Welcome to a special edition of Rugby League Outlaws, brought to you by ZeroTackle.com and LeagueUnlimited.com. Dan, this is what we've been waiting for. It's the top 8 debate.
This is where you're wrong, Terry.
No,
sorry, it started a bit early. It is good to be here. It's good to be on a Sunday night. Happy birthday, Bryson, just quietly.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Bryson. Looked like you had a fun time until you turned up.
It's good. It started early. I like it.
Yeah.
This is good. Mate, I've done so much research. Hours upon hours of research.
I bet you it's not even on your computer. There's nothing on that.
Well, there's nothing in your briefcase.
Don't worry about that.
Let's talk some footy.
Let's go.
Number 8.
It's time to talk about number 8, and I'll leave it over to you. Who have you got in the 8th place?
The Cronulla Sutherland Sharks.
I can't agree.
That's good.
Yeah, good.
I'm going to go. It's my turn, right?
Okay.
I'm going to go. I love the look of the Sharks outfit this year, but not enough to put them any higher than 8th. Purely because Sean Johnson's going to miss a lot of football, potentially up to 10 to 12 weeks. If we're in a position where we can make the 8, Sean will get us to the 8. I just don't know if there's enough there.
I've got the Parramatta Eels.
At 8th?
At 8th.
I thought we were going to take this seriously.
There's a significant drop-off in the Eels. Did you see Blake Ferguson on Saturday night?
It wasn't any good last year either.
There you go. I don't think Mitchell Moses is the player to get the best out of him. I don't think their halves or spine. I think Clint Gutherson's going to be nowhere near one of the top players in the competition this year. Their forward pack's going to be too big for the new rules. Eels are 8th.
So you're saying that Parramatta are going to drop 5 positions because Blake Ferguson's no good?
Well, they went from 4th to last in 2017. So
they have form.
They do.
Yep. Okay. I hugely disagree with you there, but that's okay. That's what this is about.
That's what this is about.
I like to think
it's about you being wrong.
I like to think first and foremost, this is an educational program, and I believe that we are bringing information to the masses.
We are.
Wrong information from your side, but information all the same. Let's move on to 7 because I feel fisticuffs coming on here.
I've got the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks at 7th. I've seen a lot out of them in the preseason. They're fitter, they're more agile. I think Matt Moylan's in for a big year because he knows he needs that contract. I see them really adapting to the new game now. I think Bomber's got everyone up to his level of fitness.
What did you make for Fifita last night?
I thought he was good.
65 minutes. I can't remember last time Fifita played 65 minutes.
And he was, he was running hard and straight. He got dominated a little bit, but that's what's going to happen when you lose 20 kilos.
It's true.
But I think if you have a look at someone like Jesse Ramian, who was a shining light for the Sharks, and for the Indigenous All-Stars out wide as well. So I've got the Sharks moving up. Bit of progress, but still out in week 1 of the finals.
It's fair call. I don't hate that. I got the Titans. I think they're going to storm into the 8 on the back of 2 magnificent signings and a couple of really good ones. AJ Brimson for me is the player to watch this year. If you're going to throw a smoky on for the Dally M, Brimson's my boy.
He had, I think, from when he came back into the competition off his injury, he had the most Dally M points, and if you went on a points per game, I think he would have been very close to winning it. I've got the Titans a bit higher. I'm a lot more higher than them.
That's fair call. A lot more higher.
Yeah.
Jeez. Who's your number 6, Terry?
Well, I'm going to throw that over to you.
Canberra Raiders. Again.
Why the Raiders at 6?
I think they're good enough to be in the 8, but I don't think they're good enough to be in the 4. Last year they were good. They got played off the park against Melbourne. That's going to happen. Melbourne are going to beat teams. So I don't really hold it against them. I think it's more the other teams that got better rather than Canberra getting worse. Just placeholder.
I'm going to go a reverse Ricky factor on the Raiders, but I can't agree with you there. Normally a Ricky Stewart team will fall and fall and fall. I think the Raiders are going to get better.
Ooh.
I think the Raiders are going to get better, and I think significantly have got more professional just from Ryan James turning up, so I've got the Raiders a lot higher than you do.
Fair enough. Who is your 6th place team?
Melbourne Storm.
Controversial?
You can't take Cameron Smith out of a team and still expect him to perform every week. So
I have 2 words to counter. Harry Grant.
Mate, he didn't even. What did he do for the Tigers? Took them to where? They went from 9th to 11th with Harry Grant in the team.
He made them relevant.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He was their best player by a mile.
He took them out of being a meme. He took our 9th place meme away from them and took them to 11th.
Look, true, but I think it's more the players around him were pretty dirty. You saw what he did for Queensland. He came on and he was the best player in the park.
This isn't rep football.
It might as well be. He's that quality.
This is 26 weeks of rugby league, and the Storm are going to miss Cameron Smith more than we ever know.
They will miss Cameron Smith. That's obvious. When you take the best player out of any side in the world, they're going to miss him. But I don't think they'll miss him that much.
I think the uncertainty around what Craig Bellamy's going to do. You watch him sign with the Melbourne Storm tonight. I think Jerome Hughes, the uncertainty around what he's going to do, and the fact that they've done a Newcastle and announced 23 captains, I've got them at number 6.
That's a fair call. I'll bring the Storm up when I get to them. I've got some counterpoints. Number 5.
The Gold Coast Titans.
Okay, I think you've overshot.
I don't. I've got 2 words for you. Cameron Smith.
I can't see it happening.
I see it happening.
What's your logic before I tell you why you're wrong?
He's teased and teased and teased about going to the Gold Coast. I think if he goes to the Brisbane Broncos, a team that is not set to win, it's just going to end his legacy then and there. But I think he can do something good for the Gold Coast.
I agree in that respect. There's no way he's going to Brisbane.
There's no way he's going to Brisbane.
Cameron Smith and Brisbane are just not...
I think he's going to go to the Gold Coast for 1 year and then hang about and see if a new Brisbane team gets launched and see if he can get himself in terms of a 1 year playing and then some ownership or coaching. But I see him going to the Gold Coast
He's going to
Titans.
play till he's 70, is he?
Mate, he's good enough.
If anyone can do it.
He's the best player in the game.
Yeah,
Still.
He's fantastic.
By far. Who have you got at number 5?
I've got the Sydney Roosters. I just can't get past the fact that they threw young Flanagan under the bus and they moved on quickly and there doesn't seem to be a standout number 7 option. Although I heard yesterday that Luke Keary's going to go to 7 and there'll be a number 6, which makes me a little bit more confident in this. I just don't think they're top 4 material.
Lachlan Lamb is meant to be the front runner, and if you have a look at how he played for the Roosters last year when he did get starts, I like him. I think the Roosters have found their scapegoat for Flanagan, and that's just going to have to mean that they're going to have to elevate their performances.
Certainly going to have to. Boy Corden's not going to be there for 8 to 12 weeks, so it's a big loss. I know
Boy Corden is a shadow of himself.
I know a lot of people say that, but his pure presence means so much to that club. It's crazy. I don't agree with your bottom of the top 8 at all.
I don't agree with anything you've ever said. Things are getting a bit heated. The jackets are off.
When I get angry, I get hot.
Before we discuss this any further, it's time to ask Molly.
Hey Molly, just want your opinion. Who do you reckon is the most undervalued player currently in the league?
Hi fellas, well you guys asked me to wear a Shark shirt today. Is this close enough? I thought I might just G you blokes up. Maybe a Shark shirt next week. Now the question I've been asked, a very tough one, the most undervalued player in the league. I guess you mean by that the most underrated player. The players had to pull themselves last year, midway through the season. They went with Kenny Bromwich from the Melbourne Storm, and I would find it very hard to disagree with them. The players know best. They're out there. Kenny's lived in the shadow of his brother Jesse for most of his career. Now he's really started to blossom. Last year in the finals, he was sensational. So Kenny Bromwich, there's the answer.
Thanks, Molly. It's time to get back into the top 4, Terry. All yours.
Number 4, I've got the Penny Panthers.
You're going to fall.
Yep, they've released some players who were key to their success last year. Like James Tarmo, his leadership. Josh Mansour, just what he means to that club. A lot of depth has gone out the door as well. And anytime you bring in a Tigers player to fill in that depth, there's only going to be bad things for you. So
Noted.
I've got the Panthers at 4.
I've got the Melbourne Storm at 4. I don't think they're going to fall. Every year I say they're going to fall. This year it's not happening. I'm unwilling to make that mistake again.
Your 4's wrong. It's the Panthers, mate. It's the Panthers.
I got the Panthers at 3. Sorry to jump in, but I think they're going to be a little bit better than what you're giving them credit for.
I've got the Roosters at 3. I think there's going to be some...
Wish I'd thought of it.
Sorry for the...
That's okay.
I've got the Roosters at number 3. I think there will be improvement. They've got... still got James Tedesco. They've still got Luke Keary. They've still got a really, really good squad. I think when you're the back-to-back premiers, teams do come for you, and they were found out a bit last year. I think they're going to be the number 3 team for me.
That's okay. I've got them at 5, so there's not a huge difference there. I don't think they're winning the title this year, but they're going to be in the race.
Yeah,
So
they'll definitely be in the race. They'll get 2 bites at the cherry. Probably fall out of the competition again in the second
I
week.
can't disagree, mainly because we've been warned not to.
Yeah,
anymore.
we can't,
But
yeah.
there you go. Top 2 now. Talk about putting the mock on teams.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got at number 2?
Oh, the Raiders. I think Ricky's really going to show his worth, his maturity. He's laid down the law for the Raiders in the preseason. 4 junior players who were supposed to be exceptional talents coming through have been sacked from an off-season incident. It's all about discipline from Ricky. He's gone in and brought more leadership to the team. Yes, losing Bateman is a big, it's a big out for any club. I just think he's going to get them back up there. They want this title. That's what they want. I don't think they're good enough for it, though. But they're definitely going to be top 2 for me.
It's definitely the end of their window. I love George Williams in for Sam Williams. That was a substantial upgrade.
Huge upgrade.
Jack Whiten's a fantastic player. You tipped him for back-to-back Dally M's.
I did.
He's going to have to go close for them to finish that high. Look, I don't hate that because the Raiders have they may leave me looking foolish. I doubt it, but it's possible. I just can't see it. Second just seems way too high.
Look, they finished second the year Cronulla won the premiership. They've got themselves back to a grand final. Controversial circumstances. They got themselves to a prelim, so they know what they have to do. They just have to grind out the 25 weeks, and they'll do it. And they'll do it well, but not as well as my number 1 team.
It's a fair call. Let's hope they can keep the team together.
Mm-hmm.
Parramatta for me, number 2. I noticed you had them about 23rd. I tipped Parramatta to win the minor premiership last year, and I think they'll get it close again.
No.
On the back of Dylan Brown, I know we had a bit of a discussion off air, and you said something ridiculous about a young man
Dylan Brown will
way.
be in the ESL before he's a top player in the NRL.
I completely disagree. I think he's their number 1 half now. I think Moses came back and Brown lifted last year. I'm expecting huge things. King Gutho, back-to-back, fullback of the years, just written in stone. And I don't even particularly like Parramatta. That's how much I rate them this year. It pains me to put them at 2 because I enjoy watching them lose.
You had him at number 1 last year.
Didn't enjoy that either.
No. The Eels are the free fallers, mate.
That forward pack.
No, it's too big. It's too big. It's going to be like Cronulla.
It's too big last year. And they did
Yeah, but now the rules have gotten faster. Did you see that game on Saturday night? It's so quick now. Junior Paulo's not going to be able to.
He had like double the amount of offloads of anyone else. He is
That's because he doesn't want to do the hard yards, mate. He just tucks up, throws the ball to someone.
60 minutes a game, over 200 metres a game. Don't give me that rubbish.
No, not for me. This is almost as bad as your Isaiah is a good player take.
Yeah, played Origin.
Lost.
Number 1.
Minor Premiers, easy. This one, South Sydney.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're good. They're real good.
Real good. I think the inclusion of Jai Arrow. Wayne Bennett's just got that team clicking along well now. I think some leadership for Cody Walker in the preseason. Just saw how much that meant to him. I think he's going to take that into the NRL as well.
The only reason I'm a little bit worried about my prediction is because you picked them to come first, which means it's not going to happen. But I'm pretty confident they're so good, they'll overcome that.
Yeah,
as you said, the halves, Cook. If Latrell Mitchell plays
Yeah.
to his potential, no one
But
can
this season, them winning the minor premiership rests on Adam Reynolds' legs.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I tipped him for Dally M. I think he's going to have a superstar year. Their outside backs are scary good.
Yeah. And it's, there's so much depth that good players like someone like Braden Burns is going to miss out.
It's a freaky good side.
And they somehow last year managed to get Origin Gagai into South Sydney.
No one could do that.
No.
This is Wayne Bennett's last year, supposedly. They're going to want a title. I can't see anyone who can stop
I can't
it.
see anyone stopping Souths. Dan, absolute incredible debate, but some things were said that
All is forgiven. You're still wrong, though.
all is forgiven. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Punctured Media. Trash us in the comments. Follow us everywhere you can.
Rugby League!
We'll see you next week.